We are recording. Now that
right
you've pulled your laptop out and started doing something else. Is this good timing?
Yes.
Hey, welcome to the unnamed... You can keep playing on your computer. You don't have to put that away, Justin.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yes, sir. I'm so sorry, sir. Hey, guys. My name's Tyler Tarver. I am the dean of NLC College and YouTube math teacher, I guess, is the best way to say that.
And my name is Justin Free. I am the college administrator here at NLC College.
You really are.
I'm not an administrator.
I was going to say, if you could be, that would be great. I'll bring you in on any situation.
I pastor college students at New Life Church Conway.
Yeah. What is the program called you called? What's your program
We
called?
are a part of Elevation.
You're a part of it?
We're a part.
You are
A space part.
You're a hard part and a haircut.
That's one of my pet peeves. Did you know that?
What?
The word apart
Like
and
it
the
being-
usage of the word.
You just don't like anybody that uses it.
No, I like the word. A lot of people use it incorrectly.
Okay. So tutorial us.
So I'm glad to be a part of what you're doing.
Two words.
Space
Yeah,
part.
absolutely.
I can't believe
I can't believe we're apart.
yes,
Yeah.
one word.
One word.
People use it incorrectly all the time.
All the time.
All right, that's enough.
Thank you guys
Thanks
for
for
coming
being
in.
here.
Thanks for joining us for the first episode of Unnamed College Podcast. What should we call this thing?
Unnamed College Podcast.
Yeah. Did you see that I threw out a photo on Instagram? Yes. And did you see how I put a thing over everybody's face but yours?
No, I did not. I did not.
You didn't see anything. You just said, yes, you saw it. What did you think I was talking about?
I thought you meant the name, so you text me, and I was like,
yeah, you didn't like any of those. Well, for right now, we're going to call it the Unnamed College Age Podcast.
I think that's really going to click.
I think it's
a lot of people are going to catch on to that.
It's really going to come in.
Number one app on the iTunes store, the Unnamed College Age Podcast.
Yeah, tune in right now. So what is the idea behind this, Justin? You're the one, you approached me, you said, Tyler, you've got 1,000 podcasts. Well, you need one more. And you said, and I think it'll be better because I'll be a part of it. And I said, Justin, there have never been truer words spoken in the English language.
I'll be really honest with you.
Go for it.
My wife wouldn't do it with me. So
that's right. She wouldn't start a podcast. So I went up to Justin. It was a month ago. I was like, Justin, you and Emily are a great couple. I want you guys to start a podcast for college age.
Marriage.
Yeah. Is it on marriage?
Well, yeah, but then you did it. So I was like, well, now what do we do?
Marriage 101, Tyler and Amanda. But subtle shout out. That's not subtle.
Marriage 202. To be continued.
That's the advanced class. That's upper level. Yes. 101 is entry level.
Spring semester.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely. So you and Emily discussed it. Y'all prayed about it. And Emily said no. Correct?
Yeah, she's more spirit led than I am. So
that's true. That's true.
We, because we're one now, we decided it wasn't. We didn't decide anything. She didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it.
Well, here, and so I thought, well, what is a good backup? Well, one, definitely you and I shouldn't do a marriage podcast because I already have one, or else it would have been a great one.
NBA podcast.
Already got that with Tyler. And then the Explain Everything with Neil and Tyler, your first name was incorrect, although you have a great name. Yep. Justin Free. That's a great name.
That's an NBA name.
I tossed out the idea to call this thing Young and Free, and I realized that would be kind of great because your last name is Free.
And
my last name is Young. Well, in comparison of all names, it's pretty new. So it's a young name. And so whenever I was like, we got to replace Emily, and Enneagrams are really popular right now, and isn't she a 3, wing 2?
You know us so well.
Well, yeah, I do, but only because she's the same as me, and that's why I remember.
She's a 3. Yes,
she's a 3. Is she a 3, wing 2, or just a 3?
She's a solid 3.
Solid 3. Okay, well that's close enough. And I'm a 3, so I was like, we got to swap it out.
Well, I'm a solid 7.
You are a 7. You're a great 7.
No wing.
No wings.
I live freely.
Yeah. Well, if you're a bird, you're not living long with no wings. You're up in the air.
But I'm a human, so I'm living large.
Living large. You know, one of my favorite jokes when I was growing up was said, what's the difference between a bad golfer and a bad skydiver? One of them goes whack, dang. The other goes dang, whack. So what's this podcast going to be about, Justin?
So we're talking all things college.
College age.
You're around college students all the time.
Yeah,
I'm around college students all the time.
Absolutely.
We both have gone to college.
At some
We're
point.
still paying for college.
Yeah, I'm actually just started back again.
Back to college?
Back to school.
Hold on, I'm gonna reapply.
I just started back.
I'm gonna reapply.
Yeah,
here.
get back in college.
I'm in.
You're a quick typer.
NLC College, here I come.
Hey, you're gonna get another degree. Oh yeah, and so I just started back, but I've been a student for a long time, and we get to hang out with students. And so we thought, what's something we can start that would apply to the people that we get the chance to talk to and mentor and pastor and hang out with.
Right.
And this is it.
Yeah. So I came in.
Yep.
I did want to answer one question specifically today.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, our parents, they didn't go to college. A lot of them were like,
did.
Man, well, mine didn't. So my parents didn't go to college. There was a certain
My dad didn't finish.
There was a shift in generations where it became the thing.
Yes.
That now you just go to college.
You go to college. And it's increased over the past 10 or 12 years. It's over doubled the amount of people that graduate with college, that go to college and graduate with degrees. Like It's so much more prevalent. And
which brings up the question, is it necessary? Because now everybody has a degree, and then
and then
it's hard to find a job with a degree now. So
exactly.
But the question I had was, is college important?
Okay. I'm going to vote yes because I run a college. No, in all seriousness, like this is a conversation. And whenever I talk to students, I tell them, I was like, I'm not a salesman. Yes, I would love for you to go here if you feel like it's a good fit, but I'm 100% not a salesman. We have a school that I think has a lot of really positive attributes. And if you want to be a part of that, phenomenal. Be a part of it. If you don't, I'm not going to force you because you're there one semester. You know what I mean? If you force somebody to do something, if they're not passionate or they don't feel called or they don't feel like it's the right place for them, they're going to fade out or they're not going to feel like it's something they chose. You know what I mean? Like think of things that your parents made you do versus things you wanted to do. There's always a difference. Even if you stick out 4 years of college, you're going to hate every second of it if it's not something that you want to do.
Right.
And so is it necessary? No, it's not. For some jobs, yes. You cannot be
depending on what you want to do.
A public school teacher if you don't have a bachelor's degree. You have to. It's the ticket to admission. Now, and here's the thing that I think we get messed up because you're correct. There are a lot of students graduating with bachelor's degrees that can't get jobs. Now, do they have a better chance of getting a job than somebody who doesn't have a bachelor's degree?
Yes.
Yes. Unless they have something that is going to put them above that. So if I'm 18 years old, I graduate high school, and I come into Justin Free's bakery. Excellent choice. So I walk into your bakery and I say, hey, do you require a bachelor's degree? You say, no, I don't. Don't require it, but that's great. That says a lot about you that you did 4 years. You have all this experience, all this.
I'm not looking for that, though.
You're not looking for that. You don't have to have that. However, if I walk in and I have the exact same resume as another 22-year-old, we have same personality, same resume, and I have a bachelor's and he doesn't, you would probably hire me because I have one thing more than him.
Right.
However, if we come in and he says, I have 4 years of culinary experience where I worked under this baker from this other area and you know him and that's a connection and you can call him and he gives you a great reference for that person now has the advantage.
Right.
Because
of the experience.
Exactly. And so I think that a lot of times experience can trump your degree. However, if you have both, you're head and shoulders above everybody. So say I want to be a graphic designer and I go to school and I get a 4-year bachelor's degree in business. And I've also created graphics for us, NLC College. We have students that create a ton of graphics that we put out on our page that we use for campaigns, preview days, like banners. We use their graphics. So if you've just gone to school and I got a degree in, in graphic design, or you don't go to school and you just do some graphic design, but I've gone to school and I've done practical graphic design stuff, and I walk in, that's more to a potential employer. Now I'm just looking, does their personality fit my company, my organization? Because you've shown me you can do two things at once. You can get a college degree while creating. I don't know. What do you think? From your experience, you get to be around a ton of college kids. You've got college kids from NLC College, UCA, CBC, Hendrix. You've got students, and then you've got some college age that don't go to college that are coming to Elevation.
There's normally the same age group is coming to our ministry.
It's
18 to 23-ish, 24-ish. I'm seeing that it's more prevalent for kids. Students.
I'm 30. We have to call them students.
Students.
Yeah. These young people.
That students, if they don't know what they want to do, then it wasn't a gap year wasn't a thing when I was in school.
Yeah.
And so they're starting to realize, hey, if I don't really know what I want to do, is this necessary for me to keep paying for it? I think the financial obligation of being in college is more weighing on this generation because they realize they're going to have to pay it back.
Absolutely.
So is it necessary? I would agree with you and say no. I think the experience of college has been what's drawn a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And I think that college does offer you something that you wouldn't get anywhere else. That age of life, the experience you get in college, the things you learn, the relationships that you build, really shape who you become. And I think that's a lot of why college students get plugged into college. It's why they rush certain fraternity sororities. That's why they get involved with all kinds of organizations on campus. Like, college just offers you so much outside of just an education.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what students really fall in love with. And that's why they keep going for 5 years like I did, or like 6 or 7 or whatever.
Or they're still in it like I am at 34 years old.
Hey, you're doing it right.
Sure, Justin.
You're
I have
degrees.
degrees. They didn't put me in charge of our college. Like, no, I have other degrees. So
think about this. Are you going to be in college when your kids are in college?
Oh, absolutely. I certainly hope not.
Can't
I think
it.
I've got about another year and a half, and I'm done
afford it,
forever.
for sure.
I can't go anywhere else. I don't need anything else. I don't want to do anymore. I'm done. So, yeah, I would agree. I think that one of the things, and you said this, but you didn't say this word, I think community is really important for young people, because once you hit 18 or once you get out of high school, a lot of times you're stepping out on your own. Even if you live with your parents, there's a lot less check-in. It's a lot less, be here by this time or do this.
Like, do what you want.
Yeah, and especially for a lot of these students, they're not living at home. They're out and about, man about town. And so they've got to figure out a lot of who am I really outside of my parents' house. Yeah. And it can be scary because I think if you move out and you just start working, like, your friends become work friends, you know what I mean? Or maybe some that your schedule aligns with, but then a lot of your friends are going off to college. And so it's like you kind of end up in these silos where it's like you have this very narrow group, whereas used to you were forced to go hang out with, a couple hundred of your friends every day, 5 days a week. And then you pick from them, like, what are y'all doing this weekend? And you go hang out. So one of the big things that I think our college, and this is not a pitch for our college, it's the one I see, and also I can relate it to my college experience. I found my community in intramurals. Like, that's where a lot of my friends, I had friends from high school go to college at the same college. Yeah. All my best friends did, but by the end of my 4 years, I'm hanging out with the guys that, like, I went and played intramurals with, or we're traveling around the country playing flag football or whatever it was. And I think with our NLC college, like, a lot of those students, they find this strong community with the students here. And then they also get connected to Elevation. And I think Elevation is a community. So you got students that are, UCA students coming in. I got no friends here. I'm going in, and it can be intimidating walking around a large D1 campus looking for, like, I wonder if any of these people want to be my friend. You know what I mean? And so they can go.
That was you.
What do you see? Like, what do you perceive as a young person? If I don't have any friends coming in, I'm not going to join a fraternity or sorority. And I jump in and I'm like, you know what? I've gone to church, or I want to see if I get connected. I've heard of New Life. There's one in my town, but then I'm going to this one, and I go to Elevation. What do you see in those young people? Do you see them, like, are they hungry to get involved? Do you see them as they're like, they feel kind of lost, or they're nervous? Like, I know you could probably spot one at this point from your experience. You can spot somebody who's coming in and riding solo, like Jason Derulo would say. I'm riding solo.
Riding solo.
That's so good.
That's not even the melody of that song.
You sure? I think I nailed it.
That's pretty close.
We'll let the listeners decide.
Yeah.
Jason Derulo. Doesn't he just say his name over and over?
Jason Derulo.
Oh, man, Justin. Gosh. All right, guys, never mind. We've got a name for this podcast. We're going to call this the Free Time Media Music Hour. Hey, all you cool cats. Welcome to... I'm sorry, go ahead. So what do you see? Like, what do you think this time of community gives them at this juncture in their life? Because you talked about this being an impactful time in their life. What do you see as, as these young people try to find community?
I think it's very common for people. I met several students, freshmen this year, that moved into the dorm, had no idea who their roommate was.
Yeah.
And so it's very common for you to come to college and your community, your friend group that you've built over the last 13 years as a from young child up until graduation, you're restarting. For some people that's really good, and for some people that's
scary,
almost devastating.
Yeah.
Which leads, the freshman year, you always see people driving back home. You see people going back home a lot. I think I think one thing coming into freshman year, a lot of people can be intimidated by the people that they're surrounded by.
Yeah.
But every single person wants the exact same thing: to be accepted, to be wanted, and to fit in.
Yeah.
And I think there are a lot of communities that do that a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
And one thing that we try to do, just as not even as Elevation, but just as a church, New Life Church, NLC College, we want to give them a place where they feel comfortable, they feel at home, where they can meet different people that are going for the same things that they are. And for some people, it's not chasing after God. And they're going to find that community doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But for those that are seeking a relationship with the Lord and they're wanting to go for the things that God has for them and their giftings and want a healthy relationship, want to build a strong marriage, and they want a lot of people when they come to college are like, "Where's Boo at?" Like,
I'm head on a swivel.
Wait,
looking for, I mean, I did.
Where's Shouty?
Yeah,
Like, that's
who am I going to marry?
Yeah.
This is like, I mean, because honestly, it is prime time in your life. You're narrowing the group of people that are on kind of the same path trajectory as you, and you're looking around saying like, "Did any of these people want to be married to the rest of my life?" Start a Marriage 101 podcast with, or Marriage 202.
Marriage 202 coming soon.
Coming soon.
But I think our culture has done a great job of building communities in different sectors.
Yes.
And really, it's up to us to decide, because those communities, those relationships will in turn build our future.
Yeah.
The friends that you have now will influence the fruit of your life. So what I mean by that is, do you want a healthy, thriving marriage? Well, the friends that you surround yourself with now are going to dictate that. You've seen that at age 34. You're in college. You surrounded yourself with probably not so great people early on, and then you had to redirect and surround yourself with great influences and great friends, and then now you're at where you're at with a healthy marriage because you surround yourself with people with healthy marriages. You have great relationships, and you surround yourself with people that love NBA because you love NBA. And
True.
It's just the things that you enjoy. You surround yourself with people who like the same things, but ultimately the common goal is, man, do I want to live my life with purpose and making a difference in other people's lives, or do I just want to live for myself? And I think when we get out of looking for what we want individually alone, I think that gives us a lot of students a lot of liberty to figure out what they want to do. So to pick out somebody that's coming to Elevation for the first time, a lot of times they are intimidated, and so our effort is just to make a place where they still feel comfortable, even if it is intimidating or they're quite fearful of what they're walking into. And so I would just say to all the young people, be bold and walk in and
look for somebody who's also standing by themselves or a group. Just walk up and say, "Hey."
Everybody's feeling the same way.
Yes.
When they walk in. You're not alone in that.
Absolutely.
It's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, and I think, and I've heard somebody talking about, I mean, you hear people talk about it all the time, whenever you have, whenever you're, like, as our human nature is to be really concerned with, like, oh, what will people think? People are going to see this, and, like, people are watching me. When I walk in a room, you feel like your eyes are on you, and you're like, oh, I don't want to look awkward. I don't want to look uncomfortable. But then you think about
You're rocking the front tuck, and you're like, oh, gosh, what do they think about me?
Is this cool? Should I undo it? I'm casually just going to pull the front tuck out. It's like hat backwards, hat forwards. But the thing we always forget is everybody else is thinking the same thing. They're thinking about themselves. They're thinking about, like, do I feel uncomfortable? Like, do I fit in? Is this a place for me? Like, who am I going to talk to? Like, nobody's, like, looking around, surveying the land, judging every single person. Like, we, in our head, are so concerned and we get so self-conscious. But really, when we step back and think, like, no, everybody's self-conscious too. Like, they're all, 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Like, they're still trying to figure it out as well. And so it's like, I think if you just look out and start looking at other people, and my wife actually gave me, like, I'd never thought of it this way. This was 8-9 years ago. She said the best way to join a conversation, just start asking somebody everything you can think of about themselves. Like, just keep asking them questions about them, because I think the easiest way to make somebody feel comfortable is to let them start talking and kind of opening up, even in easy ways. Like, what's your favorite color? I don't know. I wouldn't ask that. That'd be a weird question to ask somebody when you first talk to them. But when you ask them questions about themselves, it's like the easiest test ever because they've been with themselves their whole life, I would assume. And so it's like, you just ask them stuff about themselves, like, oh, where are you from? Like, that's an easy question because they were with themselves their whole life. And so that's one thing.
That's concerning.
Yeah. If not, they've definitely been transported. It's Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, do you have something to offer? Like your attention? I meet you the first time in the foyer, I have something to offer you. Relationship, acceptance, I get to I can break down walls. I can help you feel more comfortable. So if I think you have something to offer, and there's confidence that comes with, man, I'm not just looking for everyone to want to like me.
Yeah.
And just be confident in that.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of times when we stop focusing on ourselves, start trying to focus on other people, we can really connect with people easier.
College is such a crazy time in life.
It is so wild, bro, because you're trying to impress
fun.
people, but also not act like you're trying to impress people.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's like 4 years of a first date. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure, maybe. You need to explain it more because I don't get it, but yeah, totally.
You know, first date, it's kind of awkward. You don't really know. You got to pick out the right outfit.
Yeah, you're pretending to be something that you're not, like a better version of yourself.
I'm trying to portray this version of me, but then again, I want to just play it cool and be like,
yeah, oh yeah, I'm chill. It's like whatever. I mean, yeah, I've got like 2 Academy Awards.
Like I'm taking you to a nice pizza place because I still like pizza.
U.S. pizza, but like you also want Larry's because it's all you can eat. Yeah. You can go crazy.
It's cheaper.
And buffalo chicken.
Oh, yeah, it's so like good. 4 years of that, man.
Yeah,
just trying to
4 years of Larry's pizza, bro.
All right, 4 years with Larry is what this podcast is called.
Larry. 4 years with Larry. Oh, that's so good. So misleading, but so good.
Yeah, I wish it was better.
We need to come up with a name for this thing. whatever the name of the podcast was when you clicked on it, that's the name we landed on.
That's right.
We decided to record. I didn't know what we were going to talk about today. We didn't have a name, but I just knew I wanted to spend time with Justin Free.
And that's what we did.
At Justin Free. Check him out. Or you have an underscore in your name? You don't. You did, didn't you, for a long time? You have an underscore in your Twitter. You don't have an underscore in your Instagram.
I do, actually.
In your Instagram? Yeah. Is it the end? Justin Free underscore.
No.
Ah, is it underscore?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Justin underscore Free.
I'm so
How
sorry.
well do you really know somebody if you don't know their
yeah, but you don't even know
Instagram
mine.
handle? Tyler Tarver.
Yeah, I know, but it was easy. You do have Justin underscore Free. Dang it. I knew you had an underscore. I felt it. And you might be the only friend I have that has an underscore.
I know. I got in the game late. Justin Free is already taken. Actually, justinfree.org. JustinFree.com is a ministry website, and it's not me, just so you know.
Are they like setting Justin's free? Like
No,
anybody named Justin who's persecuted?
It's an older guy that just does ministry.
And his name's Justin?
Yep.
And he frees people.
He frees them up.
He's like Prison Break for Justin.
Yeah, I think Free's just his last name.
Oh, it is his name?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
I assume so.
Do you think it's you from the future? Has to be, right?
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Can we only talk in vibes?
Mind blown.
Mindhunter on Netflix. Sponsored by Mindhunter. That's not true. They have cuss words. We can't be sponsored by them. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in for our very first Untitled
Unnamed.
College Age podcast.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm Tyler Tarver.
Jay Free here.
If you want to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, it costs you $0, and it helps us a ton, and it makes us feel appreciated, and that's all we care about is ourselves.
And
Is that what we just said?
Share it with those that really could benefit from this information.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, we are going to talk about some crazy cool things this semester.
Yeah, and if you want us to talk about anything in particular, put it in the ratings of our iTunes, because that's the only place you can communicate. Or you can hit us up on Instagram. He's at Justin underscore Free.
And he's at Tyler Tarver.
Man, I can't believe I knew that right off the bat, man.
We're friends.
Yeah, we are friends. Friend for a long time.
For life.
For life, bro. Thank you guys for tuning in. Y'all have a great time, and stay sweet.
See you soon.
Hope we have some classes together next year.
Do good.
Toodles. Keep going with outro.